Have you ever picked up your dish sponge and noticed a strange smell? Maybe it still looks okay, but something about it feels dirty. Most people use a dish sponge every single day, but they do not think much about what is living inside it. We use it to clean plates, cups, spoons, pots, counters, and sometimes even the sink. But the truth is, if we are not careful, the same sponge we use for cleaning can become one of the dirtiest things in the kitchen. Today, we are going to talk about the dirty truth about dish sponges. This video is not meant to scare you. It is meant to help you understand what happens inside a sponge, why it can get dirty so fast, and what simple things you can do to use it safely. By the end of this video, you will know when to clean your sponge, when to throw it away, and how to stop spreading germs around your kitchen. Let's start with the basic question. Why does a dish sponge get so dirty? A sponge is soft, full of tiny holes, and very good at holding water. That is exactly why it works well for washing dishes. It holds soap, water, and pressure, so it can scrub away food and grease. But those same tiny holes also trap small pieces of food, moisture, and bacteria. When a sponge stays wet for a long time, it becomes a perfect place for germs to grow. Think about what your sponge touches in one day. It may touch a plate with leftover rice, a pan with oil, a cup with milk, a chopping board, a sink, and maybe even the kitchen counter. Every time it touches these surfaces, it picks up something. Then, if the sponge is not cleaned or dried properly, all of that stays inside. The next time you wash dishes, you may be moving those germs from the sponge onto clean dishes. One big mistake people make is using the same sponge for everything. They use it for plates, then the counter, then the sink, then back to the dishes. This is not a good habit. The sink is one of the dirtiest places in the kitchen because food, dirty water, and waste all pass through it. If you clean your sink with your dish sponge and then use that same sponge on your plates, you may spread germs without realizing it. A better habit is to separate cleaning tools. Use one sponge only for dishes. Use a different cloth, brush, or sponge for the sink and counters. This small change can make a big difference. You do not need a complicated system. Just keep your dish sponge for dishes only. If you use a second sponge for the sink, make sure it looks different so you do not mix them up. Another common mistake is leaving the sponge soaking in dirty water. Many people finish washing dishes and leave the sponge inside the sink. Sometimes it sits in a puddle of food water for hours. This is one of the worst things you can do. A wet sponge already grows germs easily, but a sponge sitting in dirty water grows them even faster. After using your sponge, rinse it well with clean water. Squeeze out as much water as you can. Then place it somewhere it can dry. Do not hide it under a bowl. Do not leave it flat in the sink. Do not keep it in a closed container while it is wet. Let air reach it. A sponge that dries faster is usually cleaner than a sponge that stays wet all day. Now let's talk about smell. If your sponge smells bad, that is a warning sign. A clean sponge should not have a strong sour or rotten smell. If it smells even after rinsing, it is time to replace it. Do not try to save a sponge that already smells very bad. At that point, it is not worth it. Sponges are cheap, but food safety is important. Some people ask, can I clean my sponge instead of throwing it away? Yes, you can clean and sanitize a sponge, but you still need to replace it regularly. Cleaning helps reduce germs, but it does not make the sponge last forever. Over time, the sponge breaks down, traps more dirt, and becomes harder to clean properly. One popular method is microwaving the sponge. If you do this, the sponge must be wet. Never microwave a dry sponge because it can burn. Also, do not microwave any sponge that has metal pieces or a metallic scrubber. Put a wet sponge in the microwave for about 1 minute, then let it cool before touching it because it can be very hot. This can help reduce germs, but you must do it safely. Another simple method is using the dishwasher. Place the sponge on the top rack and run it through a hot cycle with a drying cycle. The heat and drying can help clean the sponge. This is easy because you can do it while washing dishes in the dishwasher. Again, this helps, but it does not mean you should keep the same sponge forever. You can also use a bleach solution, but you need to be careful with measurements and rinsing. Many people do not like using bleach in the kitchen, and that is okay. If you are not comfortable with it, use the microwave or dishwasher method instead. The most important thing is to clean the sponge, dry it well, and replace it often. So how often should you replace your dish sponge? A simple rule is to replace it every 1 to 2 weeks if you use it daily. Replace it sooner if it smells, looks slimy, starts falling apart, changes color badly, or has been used to clean raw meat juice or very dirty surfaces. Do not wait until the sponge looks destroyed. By the time it looks terrible, it has probably been dirty for a long time. Here is another important tip. Do not use your dish sponge to clean raw meat juices. If chicken, meat, or fish juice spills on the counter, do not wipe it with your regular dish sponge and then keep using that sponge. Use a disposable paper towel or a washable cloth that can be cleaned properly. Raw meat juices can carry harmful bacteria, and your sponge can spread them around. Let's talk about dish brushes too. A dish brush can be a good alternative because it usually dries faster than a sponge. Since it does not hold as much water, it can be easier to keep clean. You can also rinse it well and place it upright to dry. Some people like using a sponge for gentle cleaning and a brush for scrubbing. That is a good combination. There are also silicone scrubbers. These dry quickly and are easy to rinse, but they may not hold soap as well as a regular sponge. They can be useful for some dishes, but they may not replace a sponge for everyone. The best option depends on your kitchen habits. The key is not only what tool you use, but how you clean, dry, and replace it. Now let's make this very simple. Here is a good daily sponge routine. After washing dishes, rinse the sponge with hot water. Squeeze it hard to remove food and soap. Put it in a place where air can reach it. Do not leave it in the sink. Do not leave it in dirty water. At least a few times a week, sanitize it using a safe method like the microwave or dishwasher. Then replace it every 1 to 2 weeks, or sooner if it smells bad. Another good habit is to keep more than one sponge at home. That way, when one sponge starts to smell or break down, you can replace it right away. Many people keep using an old sponge because they do not have a new one ready. If you keep extra sponges in a drawer, replacing them becomes easy. You can also cut sponges in half. This makes each sponge smaller, but it can still work for washing dishes. It also helps you use one piece for a shorter time and replace it more often without feeling wasteful. This is a simple trick if you want to save money and keep things cleaner. Now let's clear up one misunderstanding. Soap does not automatically make the sponge clean. Dish soap helps remove grease and food from dishes, but the sponge itself still needs rinsing, drying, and sanitizing. Just because the sponge has soap on it does not mean it is safe forever. A sponge can smell bad even if you use soap every day. Another misunderstanding is that a sponge only needs replacing when it tears. That is not true. A sponge can hold germs before it falls apart. Smell, slimy feeling, and constant wetness are all signs that it may be time to throw it away. Do not wait for the sponge to completely break. If you live in a busy home, you may need to replace your sponge more often. If you cook every day, wash many dishes, or clean greasy pans often, your sponge works harder. A sponge in a busy kitchen can get dirty faster than a sponge in a kitchen used only once in a while. So do not follow a rule blindly. Look at how often you use it. For families, it can help to make a small rule in the kitchen. The dish sponge is only for dishes. The counter cloth is only for counters. The sink brush is only for the sink. When everyone knows the rule, the kitchen stays cleaner. Simple habits are easier to follow than complicated cleaning routines. Let's also talk about drying location. A sponge holder with holes or open sides is better than a closed holder. If water collects at the bottom, clean that area too. Otherwise, the sponge is sitting right above dirty water again. The goal is simple: rinse, squeeze, and dry. If you want your kitchen to smell fresher, start with the sponge. Many times, people clean the sink, spray the counter, and wash the dishes, but the bad smell is actually coming from the sponge. Throwing away an old sponge can make the kitchen feel cleaner almost immediately. So the dish sponge is not bad by itself. It is useful, cheap, and easy to use. The problem is how we treat it. If we leave it wet, use it everywhere, never sanitize it, and keep it for too long, it becomes a problem. But if we use it the right way, it can still be a helpful cleaning tool. Before we end, here is the simple checklist. Use one sponge for dishes only. Do not use it for raw meat juice. Rinse it after every use. Squeeze out the water. Let it dry in open air. Sanitize it often. Replace it every 1 to 2 weeks or sooner if it smells. These small steps can help keep your dishes and kitchen cleaner. The next time you pick up your dish sponge, take a second to look at it and smell it. If it smells bad, throw it away. If it is still good, rinse it, squeeze it, and let it dry properly after use. A cleaner sponge means a cleaner kitchen, and a cleaner kitchen means safer food for you and your family. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, share it with someone who still leaves their sponge sitting in the sink. And remember, cleaning your kitchen starts with cleaning the thing you clean with. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. Then tap the bell icon to turn on all notifications so you never miss any of our future videos.